Bikepacking is an escape. It never comes without hiccups, but you always get humbled by Scotland's stunning scenery. This trip was my first for a number of years. Sleeping in the clouds, pushing my bike up rocky climbs, what felt like flying down descents. A truly wild experience. Well then team, welcome to another video. This one's a little bit different. We're going on an overnight tarp and bivvy night in the Lowther Hills in the south of Scotland, and we've just started to crest the top of our first climb, which is from Bikepacking, just down the end there. We come up this hill and we're just going to carry on up the hill and up over the top. The route goes up over into A, and where we might stop at the cafe for something to eat, and then we're gonna continue to climb after that. It's the biggest climb of the day after we get to A, up to Lowther Hill, and we will try and camp on the top there. At the moment there's a little bit of sunshine just poking out into the valley behind me, but higher up looks pretty bleak, so we'll see how we go. Camping wise with the tarp, it's going to be fairly marginal because it's supposed to be quite windy today, and a little bit of rain, so we will see how we go, but I hope you enjoy the video. Alright then, that's the climb up and over to A, all done. I was thinking about stopping at the cafe, but I got plenty of food and I've got some hot chocolates and coffee with me, so once I set up camp I'll just have one of them instead. So yeah, now biggest climb of the trip, coming up all the way up to about 600 meters at Lowther Fell. I reckon there'll be a bit of hiker bike and pushing and all that sort of jazz, but yeah, here we go. My favourite thing about the Galloways are the trees, and there's always a view of the mist rising up through the trees, and it just is one of my favourite views ever. I'll try and get a little clip now of what I'm looking at. Just beautiful, and it's so quiet. Just birds tweeting and sheep baaing. It's beautiful. Don't think it'll be quite as tranquil on the top of this hill. Let's see. Well, that's a wet foot. I should have just tried to pedal through. I don't know why I was being such a weapon through there. Well, there we go. Onwards and upwards, eh? Right, I've just made a decision that we're not going to go up to Glenleith Fell. It's starting to get dark, and also the weather is just, yeah, never going to get a view up there. But can't remember the name of the hill that's just behind me over there. There's a little path that goes on top of that, and that's right on the edge of the Lowther Hills, looking towards the Galloways. So, and it's a bit lower, it's at 400 meters instead of at 600. So it's below the cloud level. So we're gonna go and give that a go instead. Just filled up my bottle with my life straw and my bladder. I've got enough water now for overnight and for cooking tonight. So yeah, let's get cracking, let's get over there. The time's cracking on. It is 20 to 7, sun sets at 8:45. So we've got about an hour to get there and then start setting up camp. So yeah, let's rock and roll. Well, not much of a view, but there's the cairn for the top. And this is what we are dealing with. Oh dear. Got to find somewhere to tarp it out now. Right then, we are pretty much all set up for the evening. So I've gone for this setup with the tyres guyed out, and it's created this really nice little area for me to bivvy under. So my head will go up by the tyre, just up there. So yeah, think this will work pretty well. Unfortunately, no views, but maybe in the morning it might clear up a little bit. We'll start making some food, gonna get changed. Woo. Well, I've just had some dinner. I'm just about to make a hot chocolate. So I will catch up with all of you tomorrow. Let's hope I sleep well. Good night, everyone. Well, good morning. It's definitely still hazy and cloudy. Probably stay in bed for a bit longer and then start to make some breakfast and start moving. Forgot my spoon. Not as bad as I was expecting. Right then, time to start packing up and then we'll get on with it. That is us all packed up, ready to go. Just got a couple of last bits to go in, filming gear, and as you can see, apart from a little flat patch, no trace left. So yeah, I will catch you in a bit when I've got all packed up and I'm good to go. Well, it's a good start to the day. Bog got me. Big OTB. Sake. Well, lesson learned. Don't trust bog. Right, onwards. We've got about 25 miles to do, and I think the terrain is a little bit easier than the end of yesterday, but a bit harder than the beginning of yesterday, so we'll see how we get on. Yeah, I'll catch you a bit further down the trail. Already gone over the bars this morning, going down into some bog, so that was fun.
Over the highest mountain, up to the deepest this one.
Well, there we go. We're at the top and now descending all the way down to Bikepacking to get some views at the end. Absolutely love that. And you can see in the distance, we were the other side of those hills this morning in our bivvy, and I'm actually above some of the cloud now. So that feels amazing. We'll round things up before we get back to Bikepacking and yeah. You. That was steep. Hi there. Well then, there we go. That's the end of the ride. It's been an absolute slog, but epic at the same time. Bit of a shame that the campsite was totally white out, but it made it a bit more special in some ways. So I thought I'd run you through a couple of the stats from the past couple of days. Yesterday ended up being 42 kilometers pretty much, with about 893 meters of elevation gain. So not so much of a big day yesterday, but yeah, bit of hiker bike, some amazing views, and then yeah, getting to stay in the bivvy with that tarp for the first time was pretty cool, and those tyres worked perfectly. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. And then from today, I reckon it's probably going to be another sort of 40 kilometers in the end, and we've done about 850 meters of climbing so far. So two quite similar days really. Today was a lot more hiker bike with pushing up to that last hill. That was a bit of an epic, to be honest. So yeah, just be warned that I was having to carry my bike over lots of turnstiles and over the fences and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was a bit more of a push, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, epic. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All the best, stay safe, and see you soon. Thank you.